Yeah, 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 Turn the volume up and let it flow. Juiced up, Jabba's got the best show. Dropping hot takes with that heavy glow. Breaking down the ring like a pay-per-view blow. Juiced up vibes hit like a pile driver. Spin the tails hotter than a wildfire. It's the podcast kings calling all the liars. From backstage chaos to the main event desire. Suplex the truth with stats so raw.
Yo, welcome back, everybody. You know what's so crazy about that intro video, Alex?
Yo.
In the beginning of that intro, it looks like I'm like coming in my pants, and it's so funny. That was my reaction to John Cena turning heel. That's what that video is from.
Betsy, I had to do videos of, takes on how we are on the podcast, where Axel is this informative, in your pace type of person. Me, I'm just happy to be here in the podcast, and
we're just here.
You are Mr. Information. You are here to spread the news.
Yo, what's up, Angel? I appreciate you being here.
As you guys can see, Axel's not here, obviously, because he has to, life hits us, and Axel.
My man had to work. I had to get some work in this morning. We know how it is, yo. Tato, what's up, bro?
The perks of me working at school.
Hey, while you're here, I'm almost done the next Jeopardy. Like, I've got like maybe a few more questions to add.
Ooh,
I had most of that done. And we're going to be doing it in May. So what I've kind of figured is we could probably do one of those every 2 months.
I feel like a bi-monthly
bi-monthly
Jeopardy would be good.
I think is what we can aim for, and it's realistic, After this one that I complete,
let's see, we do one.
I'm gonna let you and Axe make one if you want. But
we trust you. You're the you
or
are
if
the
you
Jeopardy
want
guy.
me to keep doing it, I'll keep doing it. I don't want to take all the fun away.
No, you do that. Because what I'm trying to do is in the future, I know with lives we're a little inconsistent guys. We do apologize for that, but life hits all of us. So what I was talking with the guys is sometimes we'll do we'll do pre-recorded stuff for the podcast, just to put brand new stuff. I know always doing Jeopardy is that fun and all, but I want us to have something new and fresh to our product. So something that I want to introduce that I'm going to do is everyone knows that I love wrestling. Some of the people that don't know, I'm a big fan of, anime, stuff like Pokemon and all that stuff. So, and I know some of you guys saw my TikToks back in the day where I did wrestlers if they were Pokemon trainers. So I am going to introduce those onto the Juiced Up Jobbers, where I'm going to do a combination. What I want to do, comparing generations of Pokemon to generations of wrestling. So if I do Gen 1 with the 80s, this gen with the Attitude Era, and tell you who I think is who. Hopefully you guys will like that if you guys are a fan of Pokemon and WWE. I want to change it up a bit, give us a little bit more nuance to our podcast.
Yeah, for sure. And as you guys see, if you guys haven't seen, we have preloaded on here Friday night before SmackDown. We will be going live to do our predictions for WrestleMania. So that is definitely going to be interesting because here's the thing. We're doing these predictions before the last SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of makes me nervous because John Cena is going to be on that SmackDown.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know. Like, it's going to be hard to predict. But even though, like, I'm thinking about it, I'm going with my gut no matter what when it comes to that. And then, of course, Saturday night and Sunday night, we will be doing live reactions. Or not live reactions, instant reactions right after the shows.
Mm-hmm.
So I have them set for like 10:30. I figured that's probably about the time that WrestleMania is going to be going off air.
It could be a 4 or 5 hour show, so it could happen.
We don't even know. So I have it set for 10:30 now. But if you guys know, we're going to be going live immediately after WrestleMania. Alex will be in Houston with Axel, and Josiah and Ant will be there as well. I will be here at my house. I will be most likely a little turned up. But, we're going to be having some fun. I'm going to have my boy with me. My brother will be here. And we're going to have a lot of fun WrestleMania weekend. I'm telling you.
Oh, and also, just to make an announcement for you as well, Chris, for those that are in the Houston area, night one we're actually going to be going to the Social Beer Garden in Houston, Texas. So we're gonna do live reactions from a bar. With WrestleMania, you'll see us do clips and
Okay.
live reactions from there. And immediately
Oh
after
yeah.
that, we're gonna find a way to go live with Chris. We're probably gonna be on somebody's phone to do that.
Oh yeah. We're gonna be lit. It's gonna be fun. I
So if I'm
was thinking
inebriated, I
about
do
going down
apologize.
to a bar in Baltimore,
Hmm.
but I was like, you know what? I was like, I don't feel like spending the money. I was like, maybe next year. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be home and I'm just gonna have a good time.
So once again, if
I'm
you
gonna
guys
be
are
a
in
little
Houston,
turned, but
the place we're going to be at is the Social Beer Garden in Houston, Texas. We will see you guys there. Oh, this time I can say Saturday. This Saturday, we're in the new week, so this coming
Saturday,
Saturday.
Saturday,
It's quick.
that's crazy. It's crazy how time is just flying.
No, it
Like
does. And you're one of the
it
friends we
was.
with Sabine Axe talked that we would like to meet you in person. Me, this is
Oh,
already my
we're
third
gonna
year
get it
in a
done.
row. It's 3 years in a row for me, Josiah, and Ant. This is gonna be my second year kicking in with Axe, and we're like, we need some friends that are willing to do it, and I know you're one of them, so we want to meet with you, brother. We
Yeah,
already vibe with you
we
perfectly.
definitely got to get it done. We got to get out there at some point. I'd love to try to find like a show where we could all meet up at. Um, but life be life, and we're gonna figure it out when we figure it out.
Yes, sir.
But you guys know what the title of this video is. You know what we're doing here today. Oh, hold up.
Night
What
one,
what
Tato. Night one, Tato. We're gonna be at the Social Beer Garden in Houston. Night one. Night two, we're gonna be so hungover we want to stay at home.
y'all gonna be at home on the couch hurting. Y'all gonna
I
be
know.
hurting.
I'm gonna be hurting for an hour and a half, and then I'm gonna reset and do it again.
You just gotta keep drinking. You just gotta keep going.
I'm gonna do it at the comfort of
Um,
Axel's home. I will. Monday, I'm gonna feel everything. Looks like we got technical
I'll
difficulties.
be there, my bad.
Whoa,
Can you guys still hear me?
whoa. I can hear you.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm back. All right, so today we are fantasy booking WrestleMania matches.
Hmm.
Um, Now we're gonna go through the whole card. Now, granted, this is not what we think is going to happen.
We're just
This is
winging it.
what if we had to pen. This is what we would do.
Hmm.
And it's gonna some of these are gonna be probably crazy. I honestly didn't prepare for every single one. I only prepared for like three. But I have had my thoughts on how some of these should go. So, Alex, which one would you like to do first?
You know what? You know what? I'm the master of winging it. So throw me a curveball and throw me whatever picture you got on there and surprise
All
me.
right, let's do this one first. Let's
Oh,
do
that
this.
was that was gonna be easy. First and
El
foremost,
Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio.
first of all, you know what? I'm upset that Chad Gable isn't at WrestleMania. That's not fair. That's 2 years in a row
Justice
that he
for
got
Chad Gable.
2 years in a row.
Justice for Chad.
Sami Zayn shouldn't have fought Gunther. It was supposed to be Chad Gable, and now I mean, thank you, Grande Americano, for stepping up, but you're not Chad Gable. I'm sorry. So here's
Crazy.
what we got to do. Here's what I would do. Just these two are gonna have an amazing matchup. You got technical prowess from Grande Americano, which honestly he should have been called El Gracias. They had it right there.
Gracias.
WWE. You could have called them El Gracias, but I guess
they could have and that would have been so great.
so. This match is gonna be a typical trope what you see from lucha libre and technical wrestling. It's gonna be Kurt versus Ray or Kurt versus Eddie type of style match. I feel like what should happen is because Ray is gonna do everything in his possible way to take off El Grande Americano's mask to prove to the world that he's Chad Gable, even though he's not.
He's
He's not Chad
not.
Gable.
Stop with the disrespect.
So what I feel like what's gonna happen is Grande Americano is gonna go to the top rope. And I feel like what's gonna happen is Ray's gonna jump up there, try to take off the mask, but before he does that, guess who takes off whose mask? I feel like Grande Americano takes off the mask, he falls on the top rope, covers his
Ooh,
face, rolls up, 1, 2, 3, or what he did to Dragon Lee, puts him in
just
the
like he
ankle
did
lock
to Dragon
and
Lee.
taps him out. I feel like those are the two scenarios that I feel like could happen. How Grande Americano beats Ray is a top rope spot. I feel like Grande Americano is gonna go for like a diving headbutt and Ray's gonna
Mhm.
spring up, run, jump, and they're gonna go for that jab, and then after that, Ray's gonna try to take off the mask of Americano to prove that he's Chad Gable. But Grande Americano is gonna be quick enough, snatch it. Ray falls on top, and then after that, he either rolls him up or hits him in the ankle lock, and Grande Americano wins.
So we have El Grande Americano winning in your booking.
Yes.
I'm gonna go the safe route, and this is if I'm booking WrestleMania, honestly, because there has been so much discourse online because of this character. I don't know how like I feel like there's a lot of discourse on this character. A lot
I
of
don't
people
care
don't like
about it. I
him.
think it's the most
I
hilarious gimmick
I
they've
feel
made.
like it's so stupid, and it's I don't. But we're going to get Rey Mysterio and El Grande in a good probably 7 to 8 minute match. Match isn't going very long,
Not at all.
and I think I think it's gonna end up with a little bit of faction wars almost. Like American Made's gonna come out to
Mm,
try to screw over Rey Mysterio, and
mm,
then I would have the LWO come out, give everyone their little WrestleMania moment. Um, by the way, real quick,
mm.
I know I talk a lot of shit on the LWO, and there's no reason for them to exist. But yo, what's their names? Joaquin Wild and
And Cruz del Toro.
Cruiser. Yo, they're hoopers, bro. They really can go out there and put on a show, and I feel like they
They
deserve so much more.
they
I really
can,
do.
but but here's the thing though. I preferred Cruz and Joaquin when they were in Legato, not
Yeah, like
LWO.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They deserve much more than the LWO, dude. The LWO was nothing but a cash grab. And it was fine for a few months, but we're like 2 years into this and they don't do anything. They're just there. So
No accomplishments at all.
yeah, so there's no reason for them to still exist. But anyway, if I was there, give them the feel good moment of Rey Mysterio defeating El Grande Americano,
No,
unmasking him, and let's get this storyline
no,
over.
no, because we've already had two feel good moments with Ray. Last year, him and Andrade beat up Dominic and Santos, and then we had him being a
You
horrible
know what? You
father,
are right.
and we had him,
You are
yeah,
right. I forgot about that.
yeah, and we had him being a
Justice for
horrible,
Dominic.
yeah, we had him being a horrible father. He didn't put his son over at WrestleMania. This is why Eddie's his
Crazy
real
work.
father and not the guy in the mask. So shame on Ray.
Shame on Ray. It's crazy work. But yeah, I very different ways of how we would book that. I think it's partly just because I don't know. I'm really surprised like some of these matches are on WrestleMania and some matches aren't.
Hmm.
Like
We don't
I'm
have Chelsea
really
Green.
like
Where's Chelsea Green? Where's Chelsea Green on the card?
where's Chelsea Green? But here, I'm gonna add this to the thing. So we're gonna book this one next. Um, they have done absolutely nothing with
The
the
Vikings.
with these guys. They've done absolutely nothing with the Viking Raiders. Absolutely shit nothing with the New Day's heel turn. Um, but Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins and DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns was a layup. You could have had them in a
The triple
triple threat
tag team.
ladder match, tag team ladder match, dude.
Hmm.
But instead, we have this. So, what are we going to do to make this worthy of being on WrestleMania above the Street Profits and these other teams?
Honestly, I don't know how to book it other than realistically they have to have the New Day win. I don't know how they're gonna win it. Shenanigans, who knows? But at this point, they're gonna win it. Or they have to win it. I don't know how I would book this one. This one, you got me in a rock and a hard place.
And so, like, I think that you need to have the New Day win, and it needs to not only be. I wouldn't have it say dominant per se, but I would say they need to pull out some devious tactics. But even then, if we genuinely sit there and say, "Oh, we're gonna have the New Day go out there and beat the shit out of the Viking Raiders and steal a victory,"
Hmm.
how much is that really going to accomplish? I mean, to be on WrestleMania, like this could be on the pre-show. I'm not gonna lie, like,
No, I can.
uh, but as Axel said, and this is the one I really wanted him here for, because he had said something that made sense. And it made sense in our chat when
Hmm.
he said Big E's going to screw the New Day over. Because that would make sense.
No,
You
it would.
know, if Big E was going to get some retribution for them being dickheads to him, but I also I don't think it's I don't know. Like it's there's nothing like they haven't even had the momentum to be screwed out of a match. You know what I mean?
No, of
Like I
course.
feel like if Big E's going to screw them story wise, they should win the titles first. So that's what I would say. They're going to win the titles first, and then down the line get screwed out of them maybe. But still, like that seems like something that could happen at WrestleMania. So I don't know how this match is going to go. I would say New Day wins via roll up or not even a roll up. I think they need to cheat to win and
They
pin
do.
Eric.
They do, but
I don't have much to fantasy book for them to be honest with you.
yeah,
However,
I think you're right. I feel like what Axel said is the Big E screws him over. That's the case, and yeah, I will side with that. But other than that, I'm
it's
just like
like
I don't know.
it seems like it's just a throwaway match when you could have, like I said, he had easily a layup for the SmackDown
Hmm.
World Tag Team Championships. Now let's get to a match I'm a little bit more excited for. I honestly am so excited to see where this goes.
This is one of I'm glad that this is one of the ones from the women's division that's actually carrying the feuds for the women's division.
It really is. This is a just this is what I'm here for. Naomi has been fantastic ever since she's gone heel,
Hmm.
um, and I'm here for it. I think we're gonna get Jade Cargill coming out.
So
I
am
think
I.
she's gonna have not a dominant victory, but it's going to be pretty convincing. Like there's gonna be no questions asked. This is
It's
going
gonna
to
feel
be
like it's gonna be
Jade.
one of
This
those
is
cases.
Jade's moment.
It is.
This is her
They're
moment.
pushing her to the moon, so they have to give her a WrestleMania moment. Because I feel like, if I'm being completely honest, they might go to the route of Jade versus Bianca in the future, because that's what they've been pushing for the
Oh
longest
yeah,
time.
they're going to push that. I think the Jade and Bianca thing could happen at
SummerSlam. I think
I don't want to
SummerSlam would
say
be perfect.
SummerSlam. So here's my thing. I think they're gonna wait on the Jade Bianca because I we're gonna get to that in a minute. We'll do that one next, actually.
Hmm.
I genuinely think Bianca is gonna walk out with that title. And that would mean she would be moved to Raw, correct?
Yep.
With the so I think what we should do here is Jade Cargill
Hmm.
has a convincing victory over Naomi. And you could even have Naomi. Uh, they could continue this feud a little bit on SmackDown and have like another match or so. I'm sorry, as much as I love Naomi, she's not getting a victory over Jade Cargill. I don't think that needs to happen.
Hmm.
Um, but I think what we should do is move Jade to be the one to dethrone Chelsea Green.
Yes.
Um, for like you need somebody to be a baby face. Chelsea Green is the perfect person to kind of put over a strong babyface as Jade is. And then you move that, going into the summer and then, possibly into next year. You can
Hmm.
start setting up the Jade and Bianca stuff at some point. But I think they're purposely keeping them separated for a big Mania match down the line. But yeah, I would just have this fun little matchup. Jade wins in convincing fashion.
Ideally, that actually does make sense, and I would do that with you as well. I agree with that perfectly.
Yeah, I think it's pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy. And that's the thing about like I feel like a lot of these matches is they're not super over the top. But then you get to something like this, and it really could go any way.
Hmm.
It could go any way. Now, how would you book this match to go?
Um, I really want EO to win. I want EO to retain. So how would I book this one? I feel like to set up the feud for Jade and Bianca. I feel like the way I would do it is just like the finishing spot. This match is going to kill it, no matter what. This match is going to be
Mm-hmm.
could be a potential match of the night contender.
Mm-hmm.
So what I feel like should happen is EO goes for the moonsault on Rhea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just so we can get that feud of Bianca versus Rhea for the one-on-one, because that's what everybody wants to see, and that's what everybody in their mama. Oh no!
No, go away.
Yeah,
Get
I feel
away.
like
We're not on
EO
you
hits
yet.
EO hits the moonsault on Rhea. Bianca then picks her up, KODs um Io on top of Rhea, just so you know, just to get that convincing finisher, and then one,
Hmm.
two, three, Bianca points. I feel like if you hit two finishers simultaneously, you keep Rhea strong.
Hmm.
Io doesn't look weak because Bianca took advantage of the moment, used her as a weapon, threw her, cast her aside, and then took the win.
See, this is where I don't like the fact that, like, and we've been vocal about this before, is I'm not a big fan of Bianca and Rhea in this
Hmm.
triple threat. Like, I get it makes sense, but like how Bianca and Rhea is that's your meat that you wanna have that singles match down the line, especially at a WrestleMania. Like,
Hmm.
are you kidding me? They're the two biggest stars in the women's division.
Yes.
So they're going to do something to keep them looking strong. You also think they gotta care somewhat about this Bianca Belair WrestleMania streak, but at the same time, I don't know how much they're invested in it because like she did have like something at what was it? WrestleMania, was it WrestleMania 36
I think
where
so.
she was like part of a battle royal and lost. Like I think she was still technically like in NXT or she had just came up.
Hmm.
I remember her coming and helping Street Profits at one of them.
Oh, that was the COVID
The COVID
mania.
yeah, see, but I don't know how much stock they're actually putting into that streak.
Hmm.
I still think it would be, I don't know, dude. Like, if it was me booking this, 'cause there's so much. This is hard. This is
Yeah.
hard.
But like I said, I'm pretty sure they want to either they keep the streak for Bianca, or they keep Io's streak of oh no, not anymore, because the streak of that streak, oh no, they keep the streak of Io still being undefeated against Rhea,
Yeah,
because
and the way you
technically,
get around that is you have Bianca win. Like,
yeah, yeah, Bianca has to win, because technically it's Io 2-0-1, because technically that double DQ ties them. They're
hmm
technically tied. So yeah. So Io
yeah. So
has yet to lose to Rhea.
and Io's the one getting pinned here. I think if they have Bianca pin Rhea, that just, I mean, crazier things have happened though.
Yeah, but I think the way I booked
I
it
would
is to
have,
where.
I like the way you booked it. That's personally like my favorite way to do that is
Mhm.
just like you said, the KO, like have that moonsault on Rhea and then have the KOD back on the Rhea, or even have like say like Rhea finally hit. Oh, I would do it this way.
How? Let me. I want to hear it.
You would give me 1 second.
Is everything good?
Give me 1 second.
All right then. So I hate that they boo Bianca, but cheering Rhea for her crying her way to a title match. Hey, when it came to the UK one, you know why the UK booed Bianca Angel. We don't have to describe that for ourselves. And Rhea doesn't need to win. Rhea already had a year-long reign with the women's title from 2023 to 2024, which is perfectly fine. Even though the feud wasn't as appealing as we wanted it to be, it was still he had a main event feud with Liv Morgan. As much as none of us want to like it, it was a main event feud. But hopefully Chris is okay. I hope nothing bad happened. Do, 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 do. Chris, I hope everything is okay, brother. Mhm. Do, 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 do. Everything good, brother?
Yeah, my daughter's trying to cook ramen.
All right.
She's struggling to cook her ramen the way she wants, so I'm helping her real quick.
No problem.
But so if I am doing this, how I would do this
Hmm.
is it looks like maybe like Bianca takes a big move outside the ring at some point. Say she takes like a riptide
Hmm.
or even like an elbow drop or something through like the announce table, something crazy. She's out of it. So it's just Rhea and Io. And they have a nice little back and forth. And then I would have Rhea actually hit like a final riptide. And it looks like she's got Io beat just
Yeah.
for Bianca to pop back in and hit a KOD on Rhea on top of Io. Just reverse what you did, and then have Rhea roll out and Bianca pin Io.
Ooh.
I would have it done that way because that continues the thing of, oh well, if Bianca wasn't there, Rhea had Io beat, but Rhea still didn't beat Io. So it kind of continues all those narratives for the future. I don't know. I
That's
kind of
another
like that
one that
idea.
makes
I
everyone
like
look
that
strong too.
idea. Yeah, it keeps everybody strong while also continuing those narratives that could be, could always come back around.
Hmm.
No matter if everybody goes on to their own feuds or whatnot.
Hmm.
There you go. You still have those narrative threads to pull. So
Yes.
that's how I would do it. I would have, and it's much like how like uh when um when Brock Lesnar popped back from the dead to destroy Seth Rollins and John Cena. But that's what I'd go with.
Mm. Now, what
So
next match we have?
so the next one I had was the AJ Styles Logan Paul. I'm gonna be honest. I I kind of wish Axe was here for this, and I know we'll get into it on the predictions.
Uh, I'm
I'm
gonna be in the
I'm
bathroom when you guys predict this one. I'm not gonna have I put on
I'm
this
gonna be
match.
honest. I'm over the Logan Paul experiment. I'm just kind of over it.
No, I'm over the hype as well. Like I'm like, yes, you're
Like it was
fantastic.
nice. Like he's good at what he does in the ring. However, he we also have to acknowledge the fact that he's always in there with like really good workers.
The
Whether
best
it
workers,
be Seth Rollins,
Roman.
Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, whether we like to admit it or not, and now he's in there
Or
with AJ Styles, one
just
of the greatest of all time.
yeah. Oh,
As
and
long as he can
let's
rise to the
forget too. Like
occasion, but it's like,
yeah,
ugh,
like he got a U.S. title match with LA Knight. It was a good match, but like you said, it's he's going
yeah,
against
like
top guys, like the top best workers that you could possibly work with. And I'm just like, is this that all he's gonna do
exactly,
is just work with the best guys or like the quote unquote indie darlings? Because that's all he's went with besides Roman has been
exactly.
the indie darlings
So
of all time.
just flip it. I'm just helping her with her ramen real quick. So you flip it, you see how I did it like that. Now put it back in for the rest of the time.
There's Chris being a great dad.
And then once it's done, we'll be able to take it out. Just let it sit for a minute, okay? It's gonna be super hot, so you gotta let it sit. There's a whole process I have to making your ramen. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, honey, go ahead. I'll be right back to finish your ramen. But yeah, like when it comes to Logan Paul and AJ Styles, and
Hmm.
also this was another thing. When I watched the promo between these two, I think it was a
Hmm.
few weeks ago, I was just like, Logan, he knows how to get people riled up, but he also sounds and even just looks very out of place in a wrestling ring.
Hmm.
Like, am I the only one that feels that way? He just seems so out of place. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of over
I
it.
think that luster and mysticism finally was gone because like 2023 and 2024 he fit perfectly fine, but now you're like you're still here.
You're still here. Like,
Can you leave?
And
Big
it's
on
like,
thought.
okay,
Like I like yeah. Oh, drink Prime, all that stuff, and gobbledygook. I'm like, but I'm done with the Logan Paul project.
yeah,
I got a taste
I
of it.
I got a taste of it. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It worked for a while. I don't think he's. I think he's one of the better and best
Celebrity
people,
wrestlers.
celebrity wrestlers that have ever come in. And I don't have a doubt in my mind that he loves doing it and he appreciates the business. It's nothing like that. And I know a lot of people hate Logan Paul for
Reasons.
plenty of reasons.
And you guys have
But
the right
it's
to hate him.
just it's for me. It's just that this is worn off. I gave him his chance. And I'm not going to say like, oh, he doesn't deserve to be there because like he does bring eyes to the product. But it's for me, it's just like okay,
Like I'd rather you be an
like
ambassador
the matches seem to just be there
to be there.
for the sake of being there. So
Like all the Mania matches have
like,
been there
and
to be
I
there.
had no problem with him being in the elimination chamber either. Like that
Hmm.
was cool. Like
Bring
okay,
eyes. You're gonna be in the Rumble
bring
match as
eyes
well.
to it. He got
Refuse.
his ass kicked and he was out. He didn't take up too much time, too much space. He was
He
cool.
did his thing. He wrestled great, and boom.
And then we get to this. And
I'm trying to get invested in this match, but Charlotte
this
makes it so
started
hard.
this started give me 1 second. This started with so much promise. This match and the idea started with so much promise. And what did we all say on this channel? It would have been better when Charlotte won the Rumble. It would have been better
To go
if
against
she
Rhea.
went after on Rhea for the trilogy, because now
Yes.
you have Charlotte in here, almost seeming like she's just trying to go into business and like
For herself.
like try to make Tiffany look bad. And this match is this feud is not clicked at all. Besides
No, it
the
isn't.
the jabs that were sent out.
Mhm.
But you're seeing all these, you see all this stuff online, these reports saying that Charlotte's doing that, went off script here. She's trying to make sabotage Tiffany. Why? And I honestly, we don't know 100% if they're always true, but like from that
Mm.
that promo on SmackDown, it was just a little weird. You know what I mean?
Yes, they were taking jabs
So
at each other. I'm like, really? Like I said, she should have went for Rhea to begin with because the trilogy was right there,
it
and then
it
we could have given Tiffany another feud, another decently better feud. Like, shoot,
yeah.
I could have even
And
told
honestly,
you could even ran a stipulation match between her and Nia because the feud is there for her and
you
Nia to.
you did you had a story there. Now, if I'm fantasy booking, because I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of how I would do it, I
Hmm.
would have Charlotte not I would have it Charlotte come out cocky. She's underestimating Tiffany.
Hmm.
That's your best way to sell this story is
Yes.
to have Charlotte underestimate Tiffany, and she may have her locked in the figure eight something, or just be showboating, hit her spear, whatever, and then Tiffany pops up, like hits a finisher almost out of nowhere,
Hmm.
like pops up, like takes her down real quick and hits a quick prettiest moonsault.
Hmm.
And then, or like even like this is a match where I would be okay with a roll up finish. As much as I hate those because they're
Yeah.
overdone, I feel like this would circumvent, like almost like a quick surprise to Charlotte, like haha, like
Hmm.
you underestimated me. But yeah,
Or another one.
Tiffany, as Angel said here, Tiffany needs to win this match. Like, I'm okay with this match. I was okay with the match happening as long as Tiffany wins. Um, so
For me, the way I would
thoughts
do it too
real
is, yeah, the way I would do it too is she would do the figure eight like you said, make her cocky as hell. She hits the figure eight.
hmm
Tiffany will be in paid, but then she realizes like, oh, you have a moonsault. I have a moonsault. So
Oh,
Charlotte goes to the top rope, goes for the moonsault. That's where Tiffy does the knees. Either she rolls up or when Charlotte gets hurt with the knees, Tiffy hits the prettiest moonsault ever. 1, 2, 3. Tiffy still wins, but I feel like you could do either the roll up finish or Charlotte gets too cocky for her own good. She tries to do a moonsault of her own. Tiffy counters with the knees. Charlotte's in pain. Prettiest moonsault ever. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Tiffy wins because I'm not giving Charlotte a victory. Not at all. You cannot make me give Charlotte a win. I refuse. to give Charlotte a win.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't need to see a Charlotte victory here. I think a lot of people didn't even want to see a Charlotte victory at Royal Rumble. I was one of the people that was okay with it because
I didn't
Charlotte
mind it either.
is one of the best women's wrestlers of all time. I will give her that accolade with no questions asked. However, I just think like I don't know. She's won the title what 14 times now?
Hmm.
I mean, she's been wrestling how long?
Since 2013, so we're going on 12 years.
God, 12 years. 12 years is crazy, and
Mhm.
it makes sense. 14 times in 12 years, okay.
So you won it
But
every single year since you've been in the roster.
yeah, that is insane. Like, and I'm not gonna say she doesn't deserve it, but yeah, I think it's a lot of people are fatigued on it.
Amen to that, brother.
Much like how a lot of people were fatigued with Cena, you know?
Man, but they can cope with Cena.
Yeah. And then, like Cena went at a certain point, he he took it down a notch. You know what I mean? He went into the US title scene. I mean,
Yes.
I would not be objected to, a Charlotte or, hell, a Bailey
Hmm.
going into a program, or not even a program, just say they go and win one of the mid card championships
Hmm.
and they do a John Cena-esque run. I wouldn't be mad at it.
That would have been
If
cool. Like
they can help elevate
the
that
mid
mid
card belt.
card title, I'm cool with it. I think that would be perfect for Charlotte to do because she can put on great matches. She
Absolutely.
could just have call outs like Cena did.
The
You
open
have people
challenges.
come out, the open challenges. You could have Roxanne Perez pop up. You could
Uh,
have people pop up and have
yeah.
matches. Like Cena had matches with what was it? Cesaro, Sami
Adrian
Zayn,
Neville.
Neville, and then you had people, and then you eventually had Kevin Owens pop up.
Hmm.
Could you imagine?
Julia.
Could you imagine a Julia or a Stephanie Vaquer popping up and beating Charlotte Flair
For that
for
mid
that
card title.
championship? Like, oh, you had. I hate this. Like, I hate. Like, a lot of people complain when storylines are rehashed, but sometimes it makes sense.
Hmm.
Like, honestly, how often are things fresh, 100% fresh and new that have never been done before?
Never.
Like,
Never.
at this point, you can't do it because wrestling's been around for so long. Like, that's a perfect thing for Charlotte to do.
Yeah, you giving her the open
Realistically,
challenge.
do.
Make her do that
Like,
open
people
challenge.
might be mad at first, but
That's how they were with the U.S. title, and look at the matches he had.
and it wasn't a long run. It was what, 2-3 months?
No, it was longer.
Was it really?
Yeah, he won it at WrestleMania.
Oh, because he held on to it, didn't
Yeah, and then he lost it to Alberto Del Rio at Hell in a Cell. So from April to October, he had it. That's still 4 months. No, 6 months. That's 6 months that he had the belts for.
he lost it to Del? How many times did Cena win the U.S. title? Because I remember him losing it to Seth Rollins.
SummerSlam. He lost
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, but then he won it like
Was that
2
a
weeks
different?
later.
That was two different reigns. I'm thinking of.
Yeah, so he won it at
Okay.
WrestleMania. It was still the same reign with the same year, but he lost it to Seth Rollins because of freaking Jon Stewart. We can complain about that SummerSlam in a later date in the future. But yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, like
But then he won it back. He won it back. I forget when he won it back, but he won it back again. Had a couple more open challenges, and then he lost it to Del Rio.
that is true. Okay, here's one I don't think I actually have on here. So let's add this in. This
Solo.
match,
I don't want Solo to custom the match. Give my wolf his belt.
like realistically, well, so obviously we don't have the match for we don't have a Randy Orton match on here yet because we
I
don't
think
know
it's
who
Nick
it
Aldis.
is.
I think it's Nick Aldis. I think
You
it's
think it's
definitely Nick
gonna?
Aldis.
So we don't think it's gonna be Solo.
No, I think it's definitely Nick Aldis.
Okay, so if we don't think it's gonna be Solo, and Solo is once again doesn't have a match this year. I'm gonna be real, you guys. I think it's an injustice that Solo doesn't have a match.
It
Like
is.
you, like he was the staple of the bloodline after WrestleMania because Roman was gone. He took over that group. A lot of people gave him a lot of slack because he did come off very goofy sometimes.
Yes. He came off a
I
Suge
did.
Knight.
I
Let's be
did.
honest.
I didn't hate it though. Like to a certain, sometimes it can work, and I think
Hey, Christian,
Solo really grew
Hey,
on
guys, I forgot I'm not going to Texas anymore. Look at the spoiler that Christian put.
it. Alex is good. Alex signed up for applied to for a job at
I'm
WWE.
taking that match
Now he's got to
for
face Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
the.
But see, like Christian said here, like Solo's going to cost Jacob. Like that's what a lot of people think. And is
Mhm.
that what you were gonna book?
Yeah.
Is that Solo costs Jacob, or is that what you just think's going to happen?
No, I think with this one, with the fantasy booking, the way I would do it is Axel just messaged me. Are y'all doing predictions? No, we're not doing predictions, Axel. We're just fantasy booking
We're
the end
just
of the
fantasy
matches.
booking
The end of the matches. That how we
and
would book.
getting into other conversations. We're doing predictions Friday. Remember? Doing
Yeah, we're doing like
predictions Friday.
actual predictions and
Actual
why we think this
predictions
person.
Friday.
We're just doing what we would think would happen. So with Jacob Fatu, I feel like he's gonna hit that super kick, and I feel like on LA Knight, and then he's gonna get ready to do a splash, and then you see him shoving him down because I feel like Solo and Tama are gonna cost him the match, or I feel like just Solo and Tama's gonna look at him like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" But yeah, am I glad that Jacob has a WrestleMania match? Absolutely. Am I tired of LA Knight as the US champion? Most definitely. I cannot do it anymore.
So I'm gonna go out and say if I was booking this, I wouldn't have Solo cost Jacob. I think there is still meat on the bones for that feud to continue. Like it needs to boil up a little bit more. I think. I think
So you feel like
Solo has
he's
already been pushed to the back. So if it was me, I would book honestly. And this is nothing against LA Knight. I love LA Knight. Shout out Maryland, yes sir.
no.
Um, yeah. Um, I would have Jacob squash. I would have him squash LA Knight. Like you
That'd be
get
crazy
LA
too.
Knight can have a little bit of offense. I would have LA Knight hit a surprise like BFT out of nowhere. Jacob pops up and no sells it and just whoops his ass for like 2-3 minutes and takes the belt. Honestly, like how big of a surprise and dominant match. Like you couldn't ask for a better WrestleMania debut match than right there. Like that's what I would do. Do I think that's going to happen? No. I think it's going to go a different way. We'll get into that Friday. But if I was booking it, I would have Jacob just straight squash LA Knight.
Yeah.
LA Knight hits a quick BFT within like the first minute or two, and then it goes no longer, like you said, Angel, no longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, just a
No,
mauling.
I feel like
You give
what should do
Jacob that
first.
dominant win,
Oh, okay.
you make your star.
No, I feel like with him making the dominant win, but I feel like just to give LA Knight that momentum, I feel like they'll do the stare down. LA Knight hits his finisher real quick just to think he can get the match done. He kicks him out at one, and then boom, the squash begins. I feel like give that momentum to LA Knight, just have him hit the finisher first out of everybody else, and then
And
Jacob kicks out at one. Give that squash match, and I feel like just to build that tension between Solo and Jacob in the middle of the match. Have Solo run down in his mind, trying to cause Jacob the match, but he's too late because Jacob's just squashed him so quickly. And you see
yeah.
that stare down between those two, like, oh, was Solo there to help Jacob, or was Solo there
Yeah,
to
and
cost
you leave it
Jacob?
ambiguous because, like I said, there's so much more they can really do with this.
Yeah,
Like,
because you could put that in SummerSlam because we just started it last month to start the feud
yeah.
between Solo and Jacob. So yeah,
So
build
yeah,
that up so we can get that SummerSlam feud between Solo and Jacob.
exactly.
Because I feel like babyface Jacob with profanity is a good Jacob.
Yeah, like Jacob's over. People want to see him win. Do not screw him out of this title. I think that I honestly think like we'll get into this on predictions, obviously, but I think that could be the worst thing they do.
Yes.
Like I genuinely think that could be a worst case scenario. Do not do that. Like there's no reason to stifle the momentum.
No.
Like even if Solo wants you want to do the Solo turn on Jacob here, don't let it cost him. Solo's Jacob's a monster. Why would you don't want to do that? So yeah, I wouldn't do that. Um, real quick, I do gotta go do something real quick. Give me like 3 minutes. Can you hold it down for a second?
As much as I can, but yeah, I will do it.
Well, I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta take care of some business.
He's got to take a dump.
That's exactly what I gotta do. My,
I just, I just
my
made it.
stomach been fucked up.
All right, then, guys. In the meantime, ask some questions in the meantime because I'm manning the fort. Axel, if you were here, I would tell you join up, you potato. But any questions you guys have in the meantime about me hanging out with Axel at Tejas in a couple, not even a couple weeks, in 4 days. Jesus Lord, time flies by fast. So what do we got? See, See, playing 2K25 Universe mode. Those are usually fun. I usually try to do GM mode to see if I could be a good GM. Sometimes I hit, sometimes I miss, depending on the mood. Chris, you picked a bad time to drop a dooski. Yeah. Let's see what else. Because I don't have control of this because it's not mine. What am I going to present? Oh, all right. I'm glad they brought back promos for Universe Mode. Oh snaps! I forgot they added that patch. Oh, thank God. Who do y'all think that El Grande Americano actually is? I think it's Omos. I think it could be Omos, but hear me out, guys. Hear me out. I think it's the return of somebody. I think El Grande Americano is Odyssey Jones. I feel like I low-key think it's Odyssey Jones that El Grande Americano is, but we'll see. Some people think it's Chad Gable. I don't. I they don't. Hold up. Let me check. Mhm. Let's see. Oh, so now that you brought that up, I want to present something. I don't have editing rights. It's Kurt Angle. You know, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. It could be. It could be. It could be Kurt Angle, but some people. But why try to take over the faction? Oh, the Jew. Oh, look, it's Axel on the Juiced Up Jobbers Wrestling Podcast page. But what are you gonna post up, sir? What are you gonna question? That we smell that Logan Paul is mid because he is mid now. Axel, I'm sorry. Oh, you are struggling because you are red as hell. You blew it up. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't.
How about now?
There we go. Please, did you turn off your headphones because we're gonna hear all.
Oh, y'all would have heard a lot. Like I had a
Axel's,
what was that?
Axel's mad because I called Logan Paul mid.
I see. I told y'all like that's why like I said predictions gonna be fun because
Yeah, predictions gonna be because you're gonna see Axel saying, "My Lord and Savior Logan Christ is
I
gonna
love you, Logan
Logan
Paul.
Paul."
Nah, like dude. Whew. All right, so where are we at? Oh, we still got this.
Dominic, I don't care how it is. I love Penta.
Hold up,
Penta's one
hold
of
up,
my.
hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Let's go to this. What's
What?
good, Axe?
You damn right. I love Logan Paul. God damn it.
Oh, now you're in a. No, now you're fully healthy again. Good job, brother.
I'm half asleep right now. I don't even know how I'm up, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say you still sound like you're half asleep.
I
Hey,
took a shower. I just walked the dog. Nigga, I am
hey,
exhausted.
don't worry. We already booked the Kakapupu matches, including Logan Paul versus AJ, like how we would fantasy book it. So you're not missing out on much.
This nigga said the cock poo poo, bro.
Except for no, the only
Hey,
good match
man.
that we mentioned was Io versus Bianca versus Rhea.
We
Where
still got
Nigga,
yeah.
you better put some respect on Jade and Naomi, nigga.
that we said that
Yeah,
was
we
gonna be
should
the
talk
that
about.
we
I
talk
told
about.
you I was
Yeah,
excited for that.
No,
You
I'm
didn't
no,
give
we
me
saying
said
like
that.
you
that's
said.
no.
We
We were
said
no. You can
I'm
go back
saying
and
he
we
said
said
we. You know, you
like
said we talked about all the cock poo poo matches except the triple threat with Bianca, Rhea, and
I should have reworded it because you can quote me on the video. I said that Naomi and Jade is carrying the women's feuds in
You
WrestleMania right
did
now.
say that.
You
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 did
you
say
know what's
that.
crazy though? And I thought
hmm
about this yesterday after all the uproar of the mid card titles. It's
hmm
crazy that we asked for mid card titles because they didn't give us women's matches with storylines
And now we
without the
have women's
title.
matches.
And now here we are with a fucking match without a title with a storyline, and not one of the mid cards is at Mania. Crazy.
Mm, nope,
Crazy.
not at all.
Yeah,
But am I so
it
happy
is.
about it?
It's
Because
crazy.
we're gonna see the coronation of like their new top single star. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, of course. It's just annoying. It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like Chelsea Green shouldn't be in a 6 women's tag team match.
Mm.
But then again,
Okay.
I feel like it's an issue of they know what they got. They know the comedic gold she is. They probably don't want her to lose that shit at all.
And that's what I said earlier when I was talking about if you're gonna have someone lose it, that this Jade and Naomi match,
Yeah.
you're gonna use this to propel Jade into the mid card title
Low key,
Yeah,
scene.
if,
you know
Jade,
what?
if Jade
She's
wins,
gonna be the one to take the title off
Off
Chelsea
Bianca
Green.
or Bianca.
Chelsea Green. I mean Bianca. I mean
They,
well,
they're
Bianca's gonna be
trying
on
to
Raw.
no, they're gonna try to push her as a top women's main eventer.
don't forget, unless they cancel it, we still got the good old draft.
Yeah, because you know what I would have
That is
done with the
true.
tag. You
That
know
is
what I would have
true.
done with the tag titles too, just to give it some
Retired,
excitement.
retired
Okay.
them.
Another option besides that one that should be realistic, but it's not. You know how Bailey and Lyra are in the match?
Hmm.
I would have done a triple threat tag team match.
That's what.
Have the secret Hervis be in that match. That way, Chelsea and the secret Hervis are champions.
It's just so annoying. Like I get Triple H is trying to be a little different, but bro, this year would not have been a bad year to do 2 showcase tag team matches, bro.
We did it 2 years ago. We were there for the
Exactly. We
showcase.
were there. Like, and it's annoying because it's like, bro, you had Liv Morgan as world champion. We all know how I felt and everything. And when she first became world champion, it looked like it could have been Lyra being her feud, which we never
Mhm.
fucking got. So we get it now within a tag team title match. It's like, bro, we all know Bailey about to turn, bro.
Heel, yeah. Bailey's gonna turn heels, and then we're gonna have Bailey versus Lyra, and I'm okay with Bailey winning the Intercontinental title, and then we see Bailey versus Roxanne. If you want to make Roxanne a babyface when she comes up to the main roster,
It should have been Bailey and Roxanne already at Mania, bro.
but what do we know? Apparently, Paul knows what he's doing.
It's just that I don't understand why do certain things close to Mania and then not have those matches happen.
Mhm.
Like she literally eliminated her from the fucking chamber, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, like you were building those bits and pieces of a Bianca, or not Bianca, a Bailey versus Roxanne feud, and this is what we get. This should have just done Lyra versus Bailey versus Roxanne. I would have been okay with that too.
Bro, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you had so many chances to do other ish. Like, you could have did triple threat matches. You could have. I mean, you got enough already, but still.
Like this would have been okay to be a multi feud WrestleMania. You did that with WrestleMania 2000. I mean, granted, it
Oh,
wasn't
this is.
fantastic.
Oh, this is where Jose is. Okay. I thought he shunned us after last night.
Oh, we assaulted him at
You know what's
2K25.
crazy though? You know what's
hmm
crazy though, and this is why I love that Monique be right there with me. I
hmm
told her what happened, and she was like, "But wasn't there a match where like 3-4 people were jumping you, and I was like, exactly. We
Oh, we
all
always
jump
do
each
that.
other. Why
Hey.
you leaving?
No, another one, isn't it too? When you guys,
Bro, I
didn't you
remember
guys?
the time when you and Chris were fucking jumping me, bro. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah, we
No,
a
whooped your
game.
yeah.
ass.
No,
It's a
another one too
game.
would be wait, no, I think it was no, the night before where you guys were just spam pinging me like a mother. I could not move for squat. I'm like, leave me
Not the
alone.
span. Oh, dude, that's
No, like no,
crazy.
it was him and Jose just going back and forth. Pin me. Oh, stop the pin. Axel pin me. Stop the pin. Stop the pin. I'm like,
Bro,
I can't move.
it's on my TikTok, bro. Me and Josiah did it to Jose the day before. It's like, so I was so confused when he just left, bro. Like, bro.
He's like, yeah, fuck this.
Nah, he was tight, bro. He was like, y'all
I, like,
fucking jump me and dip.
Yeah, because we said
Oh.
we said the final was gonna be me, Axel, and the CPU Eddie Guerrero. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna betray Eddie and I'm gonna pin him, and I did. So it was just us and Jose. We jump him and then we win.
Bro, but then Jose kept fucking up. Every move he would do would fuck shit up, bro. I'm over here setting up a table, put it on fire. He rolls Drew McIntyre in the ring and the table just falls.
I was gonna hit my three companions on Eddie. He slides
Three
yeah.
companions.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
I hate
bro,
trying to hit the three companions. We have so many nicknames for my version of the three amigos. Is ridiculous.
This nigga said Naruto. I knew he was gonna say that.
No, he didn't. I don't blame
Naruto.
I knew he was gonna say that.
you. All right, hey, show the fatal four
Oh yeah,
match.
because this one is weird, bro.
I'm gonna say
Because
I
what
want
sucks
Dom,
is Penta's losing. We all know this. That's why
but he's
they
not
had
getting
him
pinned.
lose.
He's not getting
That-
pinned though. He's not.
He's not getting pinned, but this is why they had him lose already because people would have complained. He didn't win at WrestleMania. Nigga, come
He
on,
doesn't
bro.
need to. He does
He
not
doesn't
need to.
need to. Braun Breaker, I said it on live on Eli's live. It's going to be the same thing as Gunther of last year. He's dropping the IC title at WrestleMania and instantly going into the world title scene
scene.
because
And you know what? As he should.
Jay's winning. Jay needs that. Like, granted, Jay beat Gunther. Oh my God, but there's still going to be people that's like, he's still not all that. He's still got to prove himself. How do you do that? Beat the motherfucker that beat you after you beat him for the IC title.
Mhm.
And you know what? It makes a lot of sense. Like
Jay
I
versus Braun
think
Breaker.
Dirty Dom, like, oh, we're not doing predictions. Hold on, we can't get into this yet.
No, we're fantasy booking.
If I'm fantasy booking, it's going to be, obviously Dirty Dom and Finn are
Finn
going to
Balor.
be working together. Finn Balor is gonna live up to that name on the grandest stage, and yeah, Dom's gonna take advantage of a vicious Braun Breaker spear on Finn Balor.
You know what I want since we're fantasy booking? I really want Liv to come out, do her old little thing, help and shit. Make it look like they're turning on Finn. And all along, low blow to Dominic Mysterio.
Brother.
Or it could just be the norm. Or it could just be the norm because, it is what it is.
No.
But,
Axel manifested something for Saturday.
We've all seen things where they don't like each other, so they want us to think they're not working good together. They think they got beef, and all along. Because I've been saying it since this shit started. I always thought it was Finn and Liv, bro. I just felt like Dom was that little thing in the middle to keep it,
Keep it entertaining. Like, you're
Because
just
who
a
won a
boy
title
toy.
first? What came first? Finn winning a title or Dom beating Rey Mysterio? Finn winning the tag titles, bro.
Yeah,
That is true.
That'd be
I'm
wild.
just saying,
That'd be your WrestleMania moment.
That would match the kiss at SummerSlam, bro. If Liv came out and turned on Dom with like a low blow or some shit, oh man.
You just turned Dom into a baby face.
And then you just turn Dirty Dom into a baby face.
And that's what needs
That's
to
a bold
happen.
move. That's a
what
bold
needs
move.
to happen.
He's
I
at
feel
that
like
level
Dom
now.
is finally in a place where he can be babyface, where he doesn't have to have a faction, where he could finally go on his own, bro.
That is true.
He doesn't have to be in his dad's shadow. He doesn't have to be in a faction, like Axel said.
Exactly. Like, this is the first year we finally don't have to have some random ass match where Ray and Dom face each other.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
For absolutely no, like, last year was so stupid, bro. Like, what was the point of the tag team match? Like,
there was no point.
No.
Oh yeah, the point of the tag team match was the big fucking payoff. Carlito joining the Judgment Day. Yeah.
Carlito.
Because that's what it was. Carlito was so mad he couldn't. Oh my, that shit was so ass.
All right.
But yeah, Dom
Yeah.
either what Axel said, Axel books it to where low blow, and I'm guessing, hey, if you do that, I feel like the low blow, and then after that, just have Braun pin Spear Finn, just thinking like, oh, I'm gonna win Spears 1 2 3, and Dom gets turned on, Finn doesn't win, so Snoop
Shit,
status
how
quo.
about this? Again, this is a fatal four-way match. If he's good, I'd even bring back JD McDonough on some shit.
JD McDoodle,
Yeah.
she's hugging Dom, and then
Because
Finn.
remember, that thing is still there. New member, new member, new member. What if JD come back and that's how this nigga loses? I would book that too. This shit,
Judgment Day is
I don't
run its
care about
course.
fantasy. I don't care about nothing. This is my prediction. I don't give a fuck. Damian does not need to win this, bro.
No,
There is no
I
way
agree.
that a year later he beats Drew. I mean, a year before he beats
He
Drew
cashes
for the
in.
title, cashes in everything, and he's gonna beat him a year later at WrestleMania
No.
again?
no.
No, nigga, no.
As much as I love
Damian.
Damian, but yeah, Drew McIntyre needs to win this.
Please.
And I feel a little bad for Drew. I ain't gonna lie. He was an MVP last year. I ain't gonna lie.
Mhm.
I think actually, you know what? Both of them really were. And
They
I'm
were the
glad
top.
they
They were
get
the
to have-
top guys that weren't in the Cody feud that they were carrying.
You-
You know,
'cause
Raw.
You could
at the time.
easily have. You need to have Drew win this and do something. You know, he go back more to the main event scene. As much as I'd like to see Damian do the same, but you have options coming out of Mania, just depending on how these other matches, line
Yeah,
up.
that's another one that Christian brought up. What if we see? What if they move Drew to Raw? So now that could be a feud
Move
between
Drew
Jay
back to
versus
Raw.
Drew.
And that's another one. Because they remember when Jay first came to Raw, Drew the only motherfucker. I don't give a shit. I ain't ever gonna be cool with your ass.
Yeah,
Yep.
you screwed us
He said,
over for
I
3
won't
years, for
ever.
4 years. You screwed us over for 4 years. And you think I'm gonna be cool with
everybody
you?
else was like, "Oh, it's okay, Jay. Yeah, Jay, we're cool."
I'm
Even
not cool with
Randy,
you.
since Drew was so there you go. You got Drew and Braun Breaker as two
Contenders.
contenders for Jay Uso, bro.
The way I would fantasy book it, chair right there. Damien tries to go for the South of Heaven, goes for it, but Drew counters it with the Future Shock on the chair, hits the Claymore, 1 2 3.
That'd be a crazy spot to pull off. That'd be
He's agile enough to do it. He remember Randy countered RKO chokeslam to an RKO. So I feel like just kind of that.
Yeah, just
Lock
kind
it,
of
boom.
pull back. Yeah, you
Lean
could.
forward, lock him, and drop, and then
It
boom.
would- I feel
Claymore.
like it would be like there's a way to do it. Either way, I think Drew needs to win. I hope this match gets some time and they get some insane spots.
Give him 15 minutes. Give him 15
Give
minutes.
him a
and he'll do
solid
great.
15 minutes and just let him go wild. I kind of wish this was a last man standing match, but I understand. why.
Street fights are fine. Street fight is fine. It's
street
basically
fight's
a no holds
perfect.
barred. It's a no holds barred match, basically.
Listen, they had to put a gimmick some way somehow in a
Sin City, because that's the
street
name of
fight,
Vegas.
yeah.
Oh yeah, because they always got to do that nowadays.
Remember,
Didn't they
last
do
Everything has a
that?
gimmick.
year was the
Last year they had the
last year
Philly,
was the
the brotherly
brotherly
love.
love street fight. Like, what are we doing, bro?
We didn't.
They
Hey,
never
we didn't have the Tossle in Compton 2 years ago, so I don't know why they didn't give us anything.
Nigga said the Tossle and Compton. I hate you.
How would you finish?
He needs to win. As much as some of us don't like Jay, I don't mind Jay. Jay
Listen.
needs to win.
The
What the fuck you
only,
mean none of
and
us-
again, this is almost a prediction, but it's like there's no way to fantasy book this unless you're having Jay win. But
Mhm.
the only way he loses,
Jimmy turns again.
yes,
Jesus Christ, do not do that.
that is the bro. But I'm saying it shouldn't happen, so that's why that's the only reason.
But if it
would,
does-
because it's like
And this time it's more justifiable because they could have been like I thought our love and bond was so strong that you couldn't rip away from fucking zip ties to save your own brother. He did it in a promo where the mom said you couldn't help your own brother. So it could be where they turn there. It could be it could be to where Jay becomes the black sheep of the family, where he's the baby face, but everyone else in the family see him
or
as the villain, and Jimmy's the sympathetic one.
My thing is they just reunited.
Mhm.
Or, everybody wants to keep comparing this motherfucker to Jeff Hardy and shit. Okay, cool. Have him win the title at Mania, right? And then you do the same shit that y'all did to Jeff.
A month later?
cost him at fucking Backlash, bro.
To Drew McIntyre. To Drew McIntyre.
To Drew fucking McIntyre, bro.
You know how much heat Jimmy would get, and then we could set up Drew versus Braun.
Bruh.
Yeah, because Braun Breaker's really like a tweener
Babyface.
babyface.
Because what is Jimmy
honestly.
gonna
He's
do?
Not. People
Like,
don't hate Braun Breaker.
oh no, you can there's no way to hate Braun Breaker, bro. Like
Braun Breaker's just fucking cool.
he's very polite. He always asks if there's any dogs barking tonight. Like,
Yeah.
Dogs barking tonight.
But no, that's how it is. I feel like you're gonna see Gunther try to go for the power bomb. Jake overroll so he can counter the power bomb. Super kick. Do so splash. Who knows? That was Trace.
nah.
It needs to be a
hold
little
on.
more grandiose. Like,
homie said Rikishi, nah, he not gonna say he did it for The Rock. He gonna turn on Jay and be like, I did it to complain. I did it to cry. But I don't know. It's just with Jimmy, it's like, okay, cool. Jay does win.
Yeah, Gunther retains. Jimmy has to be the one that costs him at Mania. But if Jay wins, like Axel said, give him the Jeff Hardy route. Have him only keep it for a month.
Honestly,
because I could see it, bro. Jay wins and completely fucking forgets anything about Jimmy.
Yes, because he's gonna be on that WrestleMania high, like I'm world champion, and then Jimmy's gonna be like, "What about your family?"
He's gonna forget about it. We're gonna get into his first feud. Still no mention of Jimmy. Yeah.
Yeah, because honestly, like it's a perfect setup. On my opinion, Jay needs to win this. There would be no reason.
No, he needs to win. But like I said, this gives you another feud between the Uso brothers that makes sense. Because the last feud didn't make sense at all. Like, why are you helping Roman when Roman pretty much kicked both of us out?
Like, bro, you had to. I like you literally sacrificed me. And that's what fucking got you into the spirit to beat Gunther. Like I had to sacrifice myself, bro.
I had to die, basically.
Like everything else wasn't good enough until, like Alex said, I almost died, bro. Like, what are we doing?
So that makes it like that gives you a right to sympathize with Jimmy because everyone loves Jay so much. They're still gonna boo Jimmy for being in the right, just like Kevin Owens wasn't in the wrong in the Cody Rhodes feud, but people still booed Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, that's about as how it's gonna go. Like, no, not too much crazy.
I know there's one more match you want to
talk about. It's going to end with Jay winning, and he's gonna do the yeet because that's what's over. That's what's gonna. This match also I feel like should be kicking off night 1 or night 2.
I think it will.
Going on.
Yeah,
it should kick off. Because
Jay
it's going to get everybody in a good mood because Jay just won and the crowd's going to be lit. So
we have 2 more matches that we need to talk about. that matter the most.
We're going to talk about this one first. Okay.
Hey, the poster that you shopped our faces in. We had the best in the Baltimore. We had the Axel Neri and the Barrio Jefe.
Axel Neri is crazy.
And the Barrio Jefe.
All right, so do you want me to tell? No, so I have to go. I have to give my actual fantasy booking last because it will lead into the next match.
Okay, so I'll go first. So the way first and foremost, this is a prediction / fantasy book because it's gonna happen anyways. Seth's gotta win. I don't care and ifs or buts. Seth is got to win. I feel like the way it's gonna happen is they're gonna. So I feel like Roman is gonna hit that Superman punch after they had the fight. They're gonna redo what they did in WrestleMania 40, where Roman is gonna go hit Seth in the back to bring back.
We're definitely getting that call back again.
We're getting that call back again. Roman's about to hit that. Heyman grabs the chair. He grabs the chair from Roman. Roman is going to be upset about that. Punk is going to see it like, oh, he's distracting Roman for me. Hits the GTS. And then out of the blue, the stomp. And then, or either that or Seth pushes Punk out of the way. And then Paul Heyman holds CM Punk from the pin. And Seth pins Roman just so it can still be that narrative of Roman still can't beat Seth. So I feel that's what's going to happen.
I like that. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Ax, do you want to?
How would you fantasy book the ending of this match?
All right, so first off, I would have like Paul Heyman dangling from like the top, like Money in the Bank, bro.
Okay,
All
if
right,
it's
so
Russo, realistically, if it's Russo.
that,
Okay, if
Paul
it's Russo.
Heyman in a shark cage.
Oh
Paul
god.
Heyman in the shark cage, bro. Fucking. But I mean, Alex basically fantasy booked it the same way I would. I see the same outcome. Obviously, Seth. But I do see the GTS to Roman Reigns. But I don't see Paul Heyman doing that shit. I simply see it as Punk again, forgetting that Seth is around the corner. Seth is going to, of course, stomp CM Punk, but he's going to pin Roman.
Yeah, but I see that too. But I feel like where when Seth said you owe me a favor, I feel like that favor is him turning on both Roman and Punk. And how do you do it? Side with him.
So,
Oh
y'all
god.
ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Y'all watching? Y'all ready for this? What I got going on? What I got cooking in my brain? Okay. So, to preface this, like I said a few minutes ago,
Mm-hmm.
this booking that I did will lead directly into another match. There's only one other one we got to talk to. But Seth Rollins told Paul Heyman, "You owe me a favor. I didn't stomp
Yes.
your head in. You owe me a favor."
Mm-hmm.
What if that favor is Seth is basically saying like, "I'm going to win this match." Like he's confident he's going to beat both these men. He knows he's going to win. So his favor is you, Paul Heyman, are going to arrange me a world title match
Mm-hmm.
because he wants his world heavyweight championship back. Like he still feels like he's on top of his game. He's going to beat two of the biggest names in the industry, and he's going to go win whatever title he wants to win. So that could happen. That could be facilitated or discussed on this Raw coming up tomorrow. However, this match ends up becoming a number one contender match in that right.
Yeah.
So in that match, I had, I'm going to go with Paul Heyman. Seth Rollins is actually taken out of the equation. It's basically between Punk and Reigns. And Paul Heyman, just like you guys said already, chair shot to the back of Roman Reigns. CM Punk 1, 2, 3. CM Punk has won. Paul Heyman does align with CM Punk, his old mentor, his best friend. And then, very simple, nothing too out of crazy. On the post show, they go up and they're talking. CM Punk's still kind of talking like, yeah, he's good, Like, people still love CM Punk. He's not a full-on heel. He did what he had to do. Then we get to night 2 main event. John Cena
Oh.
versus Cody Rhodes. Now, like I said earlier, I have 2 different scenarios. I'm going to give you the one now that leads in and follows from the other one.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think that Cody Rhodes, this whole match was set up to pass the torch to Cody Rhodes. Like this is Cody Rhodes' moment.
No.
And I don't think so. I will to this. I'm going to defend it with my gut. You guys know my prediction. I'm staying on that. I'm staying on business. But in this booking, what if Cody does beat John Cena? He vanquished John Cena. The real world champion is not taking that title home. The title is staying in WWE. And all these baby faces come out, celebrate with Cody, just like last year, because yay, Cody Rhodes.
Yay, Cody
And then
Rhodes.
everybody leaves, but CM Punk is still there. And Paul Heyman's at ringside. And he whispers something to the little ring announcer or whatever. Guess what, Cody Rhodes? You're going to defend that title right now against CM Punk. And CM Punk just, like they make the announcement. Cody's like, what? And he turns around into a GTS 1, 2, 3. CM Punk cashes in that extra favor from Seth Rollins. It wins, walks out with the WWE Championship. That's my wild fantasy booking, okay?
And gets his revenge on Cody Rhodes for taking him out at the Rumble.
I mean, it'd be crazy.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
It would.
Nope.
what does CM Punk?
John Cena got
CM
his ass
Punk's
beat.
like
Edge.
CM Punk is this is perfect. Like heel Punk would be cool. What it makes sense in the sense of like Paul Heyman, like he likes to be around. He wants to manage like champions. Like he has a history of that. When he first turned on Brock Lesnar, it was to be with the Big Show, for the Big Show to be the champion. And then, he turns on, there was a whole bunch of turns with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. He wanted to be with whoever was going to be the champion.
Yes.
Who's to say he wouldn't orchestrate this for CM Punk, for his best friend?
Mm.
I don't know. I don't think it's totally out there. But because that's originally what I thought the favor was. And that's how I manipulated that
Mhm.
to fit my own narrative. But I will wait for scenario number 2. I'll let you guys go here and tell me, how would you fantasy book the end of this match?
Just Cena wins lows.
Just
Cena wins low. All right.
Mm-hmm.
What you
It just
think?
honestly, it's just literally because, like you said, everybody is thinking, "Oh, Cody's passing of the torch." No, I feel like you still have to give him more. You want to make Cody strong, have more shenanigans with The Rock, have more shenanigans with The Rock doing stuff. But I don't know if The Rock's gonna be there for that Mania. I don't know if he's doing another the Tooth Fairy Chapter 2. So I'm thinking, just have Super Cena, have him be the Cena we loathed but liked when we were kids,
Yeah.
where he just buries.
Buries Cody Rhodes. Like he just whoops Cody Rhodes' ass.
Then showing that like this is why I was the champion for so long because I know how to bury people. Yada yada yada.
But he only buries mediocrity.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Don't let the Cody fans hear you say that.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Mid card Rhodes.
See, you say that. I gave Cody his flowers
You
earlier.
made flowers. That's you.
That's you.
Oh, that's so fucked up. Axel.
Well, Axel power drives Cody. Cena pins him 1, 2, 3, and boom.
Pile drives Cody is crazy. LX.
L-Ax.
An ox.
All right. Y'all want to hear scenario number 2?
Oh boy.
Oh god.
All right. So this was my other thing I came up with. Okay, so I seen the Twitter post. It was like a meme face, like someone just being pissed off, and it was like me watching Cody Rhodes kick out of 78 attitude adjustments at WrestleMania.
Jesus Christ.
And that's what made me think, like, what if, like, because they're telling the story like that Cena hasn't won a singles match in years. So what if he can't put Cody away? And, Cody, they do have a back and forth match. Cena hits multiple AAs. Cody keeps kicking out. And I think at one point, Cody should hit a crossroads on Cena. Maybe the ref gets bumped or something. And you hear, if you're some bell, and The Rock is that WrestleMania? Because it would be hard for me to think this motherfucker's not going to pop up for like 20, like a 15-minute, thing. Like,
Right?
he did all this. Like, you can clear your schedule for 15 minutes, Mr. Dwayne Johnson. Come out. Basically, he comes out and he's like, you know what? If you disqualify Cena, you're fired. I'm the final boss. I'm on the board of directors. I'm your boss. Just like he did last year. He can pull that shit. And that allows Cena to use weapons. He can use brass knuckles, chairs. And I mean, just beat Cody down. I want Cody Rhodes bloodied. I want him beaten down. But importantly, every time Cena is beating him down and he tries to pin Cody, Cody still kicks out. This is how you keep Cody Rhodes still looking strong.
Yes.
And there's nothing can stop him. So, like, you have a thing where Cena's just he's just beating Cody with the steel chair, much like Austin at WrestleMania 17 when he turned heel and aligned with Vince McMahon, beating Cody like that. And then, what's one friend that Cody still has?
Randy.
I hear voices in my head. Randy Orton comes down to make the save. He's like, fuck this. I've seen enough. No pun intended. Seen enough. He
Yeah.
gets into the ring and he's staring a hole through John Cena. Like he's like, do something. Like Cena backs off. Like he's like, oh shit. Like I
This is
don't
the
know what to
Viper.
do.
Mhm.
And then the Viper turns and looks at Cody Rhodes on the ground, trying to get up. Punt kick Cody. Cena locks Cody into STF, and Cody's out of it. Just pick up the arm, drop it. He's done. Ding, ding, ding. Didn't get the pinfall on him, but now
He
you have
passed.
that to third man,
Uh-huh.
and now you can go on. You can get rid of the Rock after Mania, and you can have a John Cena, Randy Orton 2-man power trip.
Hmm.
Personally, I like that more.
So Randy pins
I mean,
Dominic for the
I mean,
Intercontinental
I,
title.
I mean, I've always
I
said
mean,
that Randy and Cody, when they do feud with the title, would be cool, but they don't need the
they
title.
don't need the feud, and there you go. You have that way that would keep Cody away from Cena for a little bit. He and Randy can feud to the summer, and
Uh-huh.
Cena can go away if he needs to or come in. He's scheduled for Backlash. He's going to have a match at Backlash. He can fight with other people. And you can eventually even turn it into a Cena and Randy thing. I
Mhm.
personally don't need to see another Cena Randy match. I would be okay with it not. I would be okay with them teaming up. Like that would be an interesting story. You get a heel Randy Orton, heel John Cena, and you can even say hell, like because this isn't the same booking as I just did. You can have CM Punk being the good guy going up against John Cena.
You could.
You could do a lot of different things. I really like. I'm a big fan of that booking. Like I wouldn't be mad if that happened. Like would y'all? Like
Nah,
I
cause
mean, it
listen, man.
sounds like something crazy that somebody would just put like in universe mode, but why
Yeah.
not?
So like I
Why
said, in
not just go
universe mode.
balls to the wall crazy? So that's how I would do it. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was my
Yeah.
wonderful. That was my wonderful fantasy booking. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
We did shenanigans.
We did shenanigans.
I like shenanigans. And yeah, you can continue to tell that story. Like Cena didn't win on his own.
Neither
I
did
think
I.
it also just like I think Cena needs to win because it justifies the heel turn. Like if we really have Cody Rhodes just beat John Cena, there was no point in the heel turn. That's my whole thing about
Or unless this was their plan all along to pass the torch and they just realized it wouldn't make sense face versus face.
Hmm.
it. Yeah, I mean, I would have preferred. I feel like if they were just gonna pass the torch, keep him babyface. I feel like it makes more sense that way. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. We're gonna see. And like I was saying earlier, Ax, we're doing predictions before SmackDown.
That's
That's
up
gonna
to
be fun.
y'all. Cause
Uh,
remember, that's the thing, cause Cena's gonna be on SmackDown.
that's what I'm saying. I want to see if we can put like we can push it to after SmackDown. I'll
I'm good
stay
with
up and
after
do it if you
SmackDown.
guys want to do it. Like,
I'm
I'm
cause
drunk, but yes.
like if we were like y'all are gonna be
oh
together.
yeah, guys, because
Like,
that's the thing. That's the thing. Alex, Josiah, and Ant are flying down to Houston, so we all will be together for Mania season. So you will only see two cameras when we do the predictions, unless we bring in guests. Because me and Alex will be on the same camera. Yeah.
yeah.
Also, I let
But
them
yeah,
know
guys.
if any of you guys are in the Houston area, night one, we are going to be at the Social Beer Garden
Oh
to
yeah, I gotta
watch night
start
one.
posting that. I gotta start posting that.
Oh, and also
Yeah,
Axel, I got
definitely
us
do it.
the because it was for the admission was free, so I got us the tickets. So we're set for Saturday for our.
So basically, what you
Y'all
telling
gonna be
me is
getting
we
some
got
content, gonna interview some people down there?
hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
So Alex,
Mhm.
basically, what you're saying is we got 10 tickets
No, just they did them
because
separately. They did them separately. They have.
Monique already did that too.
You're lying.
I swear to God, you didn't see the message when she sent the QR code.
Oh no! I mean,
I mean,
granted,
hey,
because they're
hey,
free.
listen. Regardless, we getting in.
Yeah. Hey, Monique's phone dies. I got mine. Mine phone dies. Monique got it.
There you
Now
guys go.
let's try to not have phones die. Let's be smart. I know we're gonna
Yeah,
be off of buzz balls and shit, but
fucking buzzballs.
Yeah.
Dude,
like I
we're
told
all
you,
gonna
I
be
am drinking 17 of them, and I'm gonna live.
we're gonna be
17 of
so
them. Remember,
belligerent.
once you get here, I'm already gonna have the $20 bottle for you, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot you said you got me the bottle.
Yeah, we're all getting our own $20 Buzzball bottle, and then
He got me
$20. What
mine.
does
Oh
that even look like? Is that like just a
uh,
big ball, buzz
yeah,
ball?
yeah, big
yeah,
ball of buzzball.
Dude, yeah.
yeah.
I am drinking that in one
We're
hit.
all gonna be drunk and belligerent on that instant reaction show. So y'all better
I'm
be
gonna
there.
be
It's
like,
gonna
I'm
be
gonna say
good.
stuff like, Cody's a virgin. He should have lost.
I mean that's night two.
Yeah, night two, we're gonna be at my crib because
I told him that no, we're not going somewhere else.
I'm not trying to get into it with certain fan bases. So
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
The Cody
rough. I'm so
crybabies
excited
in
for that.
Texas are gonna be annoying.
and if there's any Liv Morgan fans there,
You're
There
gonna get
is.
attacked by a Liv Morgan fan.
No, they're built like 400 pounds and stinky.
Hey, listen, man. My coworker the other day, we was going back and forth with the CM Punk stuff, man. A Liv Morgan fan gonna come one day.
That's true.
That's true.
Like I said, I had that face to face with the CM Punk stuff the other day. A random dude was like, "Oh, you that dude from TikTok, right? You do go a little too hard on AEW though." So like, so I'm just waiting for that Liv
Yo, it
Morgan
is
fan.
crazy. It is crazy when you get recognized out in public.
No,
I had
bro,
a dude stop me
I
at
still don't know
Walmart.
how
Was
to
like,
react
bro,
because it's
like,
like,
you look familiar, and I was like, I mean, I grew up around here. I used to work at this shop right up here. He was like, nah. He's like, you on TikTok? I was like, yeah. He's
Oh
like,
no,
I
bro.
recognize
Oh
you
no.
in your hat.
Oh
Cause
no, bro. With
he
me and
seen my my
one of the
my white people movie
Mm.
videos.
Let's see. I know that we went to Supercard of Honor. A guy recognized me and Axel at the same
Oh,
time.
that's crazy.
And then it's that it delivered. One of them told me like you're the a la verga guy. I'm like, what the fuck?
it's crazy because like I always gotta like prepare myself to know that like I might hear somebody call my name and shit like at certain things because it's like, bro, it's still crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Like I said, you that dude from TikTok, you can go a little too hard on AEW.
But ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming out here today. Join us Friday after SmackDown. We're gonna do our WrestleMania predictions, and definitely join us after WrestleMania. Like I said, I have the stream set for like 10:30. But obviously, guys, like if you see that, just know we're gonna be going live probably 10, 15 minutes after the show goes off air, more than likely. Okay.
We're probably gonna be live at the streets of Houston, me and Axel.
Oh yeah, y'all are gonna be in Houston. I'm gonna be in my living room because I'm gonna set up a little stream area because my brother's gonna be here, and yeah, we're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna
Lego.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us today. This is the Juiced Up Jobbers. Yeah.
Ski.
What?